Whoops. Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to explain to y'all how social media companies actually make money. How Meta generates over $164.5 billion in revenue in 2024, and how all these other companies make shitloads of money from social media model. It's literally all by advertising. 90% of the revenue is from advertising. Meta's revenue split. Literally 98% of its total revenue is primarily from advertising. Let's look at another company. Snapchat, also primarily from advertising. Let's look at Twitter revenue split. Primarily makes money from advertising. Around 79% of their entire revenue split is just from advertising. What is advertising? This confused me at first. This is the question I had. I was like, how is there this many businesses or this many people willing to advertise for companies like Google, Meta, whatever, Twitter, to make billions upon billions upon billions of dollars every year just off advertising? I was like, I could not fathom this, but it's actually pretty simple. So let me break it down to you guys. The way these companies do this is sometimes a big company will buy a smaller company that has a user base, but generally there needs to be a user base built up first. You can't just have a user base of 40 people on your app and then choose to run ads with that, because that means there's only 40 people that are willing to buy. You have to build up a user base. For example, Meta, or Facebook back in the day, was founded in February 4th, 2004, but over that time, it wasn't making money. It was not a profitable company. And they started off with simple flyers for campus events. I guess that was their mini ad system, but it was nothing. Literally nothing like what we have today. They only started doing a self-customized ads program until 2007. That means for those 3 years, they were just building clients. And keep in mind, Facebook literally did not become a profitable company until 2009. So think about it. They had to build their user base for a long time before they even thought about making ads a model for their business. Let's look at another company, Twitter. It was literally founded in 2006, March 21st, 2006. Its ad program started in 2010. It's a whole 4 years after it was created, because they had to build that user base first. These are two companies that organically grew their own platform and didn't get bought out. But let's give an example of a social media platform that got bought out and then started running ads. So let's talk about Instagram now. Instagram is a perfect example of a company literally being bought and then scaled, and ads just being used as a model because the company that bought them literally just wanted them for their user base. Instagram launched in 2010, and from 2010 to 2012, it gained around 30 million users. And around late 2012, Instagram got bought for $1 billion. It got bought by Facebook. And this time, Facebook didn't choose to run ads right away. They waited until 2013. That's when they started running ads. Keep in mind, they had 30 million users. They could have just immediately done this, but they wanted to build trust with Instagram's user base. They didn't want to just start bombard the users with ads. I guess they wanted to roll into it. This is a perfect example. Instagram started off as a company with no ads, got bought out by Facebook because Facebook wanted Instagram's user base for $1 billion. They scaled that into making ads, and now Instagram is doing yearly revenue of about $70.9 billion in 2024. Now let's talk about why the ads model works so well. So I want to start off by saying this ads model, it not only works well for the company, obviously, because they're making a bunch of money, but also the reason why it's so profitable is because it works extremely well also for the person running the ads. It basically has infinite scalability if you have a non-finite product. And the reason why it's so profitable for the company that hosts the ads, Meta, Snapchat, whatever, X, is because they literally don't have any overhead charge except maybe a database center. And these companies, they spend millions upon millions of dollars every year building algorithms, researching, engineering, developing, all throughout their company, just to give a reference point for how much Meta is spending. Basically trying to make their ads as efficient as possible is somewhere in the range of $27 to $30 billion last year. Now keep in mind, I'm sure this is probably a bit more than just trying to make their ads efficient. Probably also has to do with building databases and AI research, probably some kind of software development. At the end of the day, these companies take this information extremely seriously. That's why when you hear people saying, oh, these companies are stealing information, yes they are, but they're not literally trying to steal it to scam you or rinse out your bank account. They're doing it because they want to build algorithms and figure out the best possible candidates for the ads they're posting on their platform. And this is only a growing industry because the world is becoming more digital and digital every single year. So yeah, I don't see this slowing down anytime soon. Anyway guys, this is the end of the video. I just wanted to explain this because I thought this was super interesting. I thought it would be more complicated than it really is, but it's really not. Any questions, let me know. Subscribe, comment, do all that stuff, please. You guys are seeing the early version of this before I hit 1 million subscribers. So yeah, see y'all later.